Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. It's a beautiful morning. I think one of the last few before we get a bad weekend, according to the weather forecast this morning. Today is okay, tomorrow is a bit cloudy, and the weekend is wet, which is very nice, what we always want, a wet weekend. Never mind. Anyhow, I trust you enjoyed your Easter holidays and whatever you did over Easter and the runs that you had and so on. We went to a place called Verle-Rose. Its claim to fame is it has the shortest river in France. It's just over 1 kilometre long, that's the river. According to the blurb in the village, it was 1,100 metres. And I must admit, it was a very nice place to visit. It's south of Dieppe. On the coast, Normandy coast, and they grow a lot of cress there, watercress. So they have a section, what's it called, Chemin de Cressinier, which basically means the track or path of the cress growers. I know, it sounds a bit bizarre, doesn't it? But the cress growers path. But that's what it's called, and it is actually a very beautiful village. One of the interesting things about it is that until relatively recently, the only way into the village was over the ford, which was quite long actually for such a small river. It was about 20 metres long. You now don't have to cross the ford, by the way. That's into the main part of the village. And as I say, it was a very nice place to visit. The beach was okay, but it's a sort of typical French seaside beach. It's much more interesting actually in the old part of the village. Much more interesting there than down on the beach. But if you do want to go and enjoy a swim and so on, you can do. And they have a couple of ice cream shops which are very good. I can strongly recommend the Caramel Beurre Salé. That was actually a very nice one. Just don't tell my doctor that I had salt. He would be somewhat annoyed. I'm not supposed to have salt, even though I do have a sodium deficiency. Never mind. This is life, isn't it? Anyhow, yes, I can thoroughly recommend it. If you're coming to France, come down the Normandy coast. I think it's the D925, as I recall. And it'll take you straight into the village at some point. As I say, it's south of Dieppe, so you'll have to get to Dieppe first. But if you are actually coming to France, I would recommend you use the coast road, which, as I said, I think it's the D925. They also have a D50, I believe. Not as interesting, but possibly a little bit quicker. The 925 is a bit like in the UK. The bigger the number of the road, the smaller the road. And if it says D, it's a bit like a B road. Well, not quite, but it's a bit like a B road. So, it was okay. I mean, we were 50, 60 miles an hour along most of the road, so not a problem all the way along. Somebody in a hurry? Thought Charlie was going to go across then. Yes, then we went to Etretat, which is a well-known place because of, shall we say, the sea sculptures in the cliffs. And we were there for sunset, which was spectacular. It was. While I think about it, if you're going to have lunch or something to eat in Vaux-les-Roses, there's a restaurant called Les Cressonniers. I would recommend you avoid it. We ate there. It was, how can I put it, appalling. It's actually fairly close to the source of the little river, but as I say, it was the food wasn't very good, and the service was, I think the best thing we could say about the service was not good at all. So I would recommend that you eat in the town, which is probably more expensive, but a better quality, I would say. Yes, anyhow, then we went to Etretat, as I say, which is a little way down the coast, actually. It's again, it's on this D925, which is a reasonable road. I mean, if you could actually go more onto the coast and take some of the more seaside routes if you wanted to, but that would take you considerably longer. As I say, it's much better than using the auto routes anyhow, put it that way. I know I had a rant about scooter riders on my last video, but I really don't understand. I really don't. I mean, you're going to work, you know. Do you really want to lose a leg while you're going to work? I don't know. Anyhow, yes, so that was our Easter. Very good indeed. And most enjoyable. Back to work, and it looks like the traffic is appalling, even though it's school holidays. It's not too bad. It's a bit blocked a bit further on, but we will see. Yep, so anyhow, I'll say thank you very much. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll speak to you next time. And as usual, I'll leave the camera running, but just in case there's anything of interest happens during the route, and I'll tell you about it.